And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, June 25th, 2022. It is Season 16, Episode 21. I'm Scott.
And I'm RJ.
And welcome to the show, everybody. If you'd like to get in touch with us, just give us a call, 334-272-9228. You can check out InGameChat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can also find us on Facebook there as well. You can email us, everyone at InGameChat.net. Join us on Twitch, where we are right now, twitch.tv, and then search for In-Game Chat. Go to our Discord if you would like to do that, and you can join us on Discord there and chat with us on the air as well. Who we got in there? Let's see. Matt is in there for now. A lot of other people are in there just away or on their phones. Just seeing what everybody's playing. Spigot's playing Cookie Clicker. Let's see, somebody's playing Overwatch. Nate, I think, is playing Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4 or 5. I don't know which one. Or is he playing it on his PC? Is it out on PC now? I can't remember. I know it was getting a PC release, but I don't think it's out now. I think that was just all that was. Anyway, Discord is there, Twitch is there. Just, come on, enjoy us. Watch the show and join with us is what I meant to say. Here is that. So there we go. All right. Let's jump right into what you've been playing, RJ. Anything? Well, not necessarily. I want to say anything new, but you may have
something other than Elden Ring. Outside of Elden Ring, I got back into Virtua Fighter 5.
You're fine playing more Elden Ring. It's totally fine.
I know, but all I got to do is say Elden Ring.
Yeah, right.
Move on to something else. Oh yeah, like you are with Destiny. All you got to do is say Destiny one time. That's all.
Right. That's it.
Yeah. But other than Elden Ring, I was playing Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. It's been a while since I've been playing my fighting games because of Elden Ring. And I need to get back into that. I mean, so many fighters came out lately, and are
coming out,
are coming out exactly. So we need to get back into the swing of things and start playing again, get those reflexes back up. And other than that, I played some more of Shredder's Revenge.
Okay.
On PS4, I started playing story mode. Took about little under 2 hours so far. I'm not quite done yet. I'm on part 14. I don't know how many stages there are, but I'm at part 14 right now. So other than the fighting aspects of the game, I'm doing a lot of unlocks, seeing a lot of characters from the TMNT universe, seeing them doing all the side missions back and forth. So some areas I'm going to have to go back to and finish just for completion's sake and get what I want out of there.
That thing is nuts. The amount of praise that it's got, the reviews. I mean, it's one of those retro titles that they did right.
Yeah,
apparently so.
Yeah, paying homage to the original material, not somebody's revisioning of what it is. They just took what it was and then remade it properly for the people that it was for, the people who remembers this game. Yeah,
right. Because Sonic Origins came out this week.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about comparing remakes, remasters, whatever you want to call it, from like here's a nostalgia trip versus another nostalgia trip. Not saying either one of them should have beat out the other. But the fact that you have one that is doing so immensely well, and then this other one, not saying it's not doing bad. I have no idea how well it's doing, but and the reviews aren't bad on it either.
It's just not as good as the other one.
Right. It's not blowing the doors off like this Ninja Turtles thing is.
Yeah. So other than that, that's pretty much all I've been playing this week. Just those three titles.
Yeah. So Sonic Origins, you're skipping on that? You're going to think about that? What do you...
I've got pretty much
Right.
all the Sonic games I've got before. I mean, I still haven't finished Sonic Mania. I'm at last time I played it was 2 or 3 stages away from the end. So, and I've got all the ones before that outside of Sonic Colors.
I know. I've got a ton of them as well.
Yeah.
I've got, I've had most of the Sonic games probably I don't know how many times because I've got them on other platforms and everything else.
Yeah.
So looking at Sonic Origins, outside of the fact that they have been, done for widescreen type stuff, which is kind of nice. I don't actually have Sonic CD that I know of. That would be one of the bigger additions. Maybe Sonic and Knuckles or Sonic 3 and Knuckle, whatever it's called. Because they kind of combined that one.
Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 you could put attached to the cartridge and make that customized game. Yeah.
But Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic, I don't know, there's so many different ones, but I own most of them, if not all of them, but I don't think I have. I may have Sonic CD on the PC, but I don't think so.
I think I got it on PS4. I think it was some Plus something I got it from somewhere.
Maybe I do. I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that it had the when I do play it, I always have the Japanese soundtrack because that's the one that's really good. The US soundtrack, I don't know what they were doing on that one, but I much prefer the Japanese one.
I've never. I could tell you that I could hear a piece of music and say that's probably from a Sonic game. And there's some tunes from the game, obviously, that are going to just Green Hill Zone. Every time that starts, you're going to know what that is.
Yeah, that's one of those titles you better have in there. Green Hill Zone. The
opening logo thing that comes up, not just the Sega thing, but when Sonic pops up and the music plays. Yeah. I know that tune. I know that. I can't really do a big. I don't know the deep cuts. Is basically what I'm saying. The album versions. I don't know these. I don't know those.
Yeah.
So I can't say on the music side of things, I can't be a judge of that. You know what I'm saying? I can't, nothing to compare to. So if I were to get Sonic Origins and go through it, I would listen to the music and think that sounds fine.
Yeah.
That is not apparently how that works for most of the diehards of the Sonic world.
Yeah. Yeah, they can tell when something's missing or something's off.
Yeah, and apparently the original creator of Sonic Origins or Sonic something is not happy with it. We're going to get into that, but so Sonic Origins, not something you're going to be going after. Probably maybe on a discount or something.
Maybe
if that's the case.
If that's the case, I mean, if it's a bunch of titles that I've already got, like I said before, I mean, I really don't see any reason to go pick it up other than convenience's sake.
I was wondering. I didn't know either because I was kind of curious as to are they doing another Sonic collection? Another one? Is that necessary? Well, I mean, obviously it is. People are going to buy it, but I don't know. That's fine. So you played Elden Ring. You played fighting games.
Virtua Fighter.
Virtua Fighters. And what else? What was the other one? Ninja Turtles.
Shredder's Revenge. Yeah. Yep. Working on combos and everything like that. They're in there. I mean, my goodness, they really let you be creative in what you can do and do attack wise in that game.
Super Game Sniper 9 says Sonic Boom was my favorite from Sonic CD. Oh, is that the title? Is that a track title? Is that a
intro music, I believe.
Is that what it's called?
Because I remember there were lyrics in there and Sonic Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. See, unless you specify what you're talking about, I have no idea, man. Because I don't know the tracks.
Yeah.
And as much as I play Destiny, I probably couldn't tell you the tracks on that. There's a few that I could pick out, that I could tell you, but I don't know.
There's nothing really peppy or pop wise in Destiny. Nothing really.
No.
It's always that atmospheric.
But my point being was that I've been playing that as long as I have, but I still could not tell you the name of
the music doesn't stand out
tracks.
Because the music doesn't stand out because that's not the type of music that would
No, there's a couple of tracks that stand out, and a lot of them show up during a title screen. Honestly, there are a couple of tracks that are very good. The lullaby from Deep Stone Crypt is just a great piece of music and was used fantastically well. There's another piece.
Was that an add-on or?
No. It was part of the raid. You'd hear it during a certain section of the raid, and it just had it had some nice emotion with it and everything else that went through. And of course, I went and found it. And we played it on our music choices here. The other one was there's this one from the Witch Queen, and I looked up the title for it weeks ago. Haven't did not stick in my head. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. It plays occasionally during the title screen, so and it's another good one that I enjoyed. But they're few and far between. I could recognize them if they played, but I couldn't tell you that is. I would say, oh, that sounds like something from the Earth theme, or I wouldn't be able to tell you anything like that. Even though I've been playing as long as I have, it's just
Yeah.
it's
It
not
just
a
didn't,
thing.
stick, just didn't stick for you.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
But let's talk about this, man. It really does make me appreciate how much effort they put in the soundtracks for games nowadays. I mean, to get their own album,
Oh,
to get
totally.
all the things like that, the big CDs. Like the thing that gets me though is like the domestic releases of soundtracks. It still had that disparity. Like you'll get like maybe a select number, like maybe 12 or 13 tracks in the domestic release, as opposed to the release in Japan, which they put every song in there. Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, I can give an example. Like they give like 10 or 12 tracks for the US release, but when I bought the Japanese one, it was like 2 discs with like 30 tracks per CD, because they put everything in there, and that's the type I appreciate.
I found that back when I was, oh God, this goes a long way back. I didn't collect them, but it was the only way at the time for me to listen to film scores. And so I would have to buy the score of the film. Sometimes that was harder to do than others because a film would release and have, we'll take Ninja Turtles for instance.
Okay.
The very first Ninja Turtles film, the New Line Cinema, the Jim Henson thing that they did, had a soundtrack because it had music from and inspired by, which is all just music. It's all songs that they put on the thing. But I wanted the score, not necessarily this one, but I never looked for the score.
Yeah, there's a difference between soundtrack and score.
Yeah,
So
but to find the score, a lot of times you had to go out of market, out of country. It would be released somewhere else, or it would be just something very, very hard to find. You don't really run into that now because you have YouTube at hand. You have all these different music providers where you can find what you're looking for, and a lot of times you can find it where it is just digital because who wants physical anymore? Apparently. But that was something I noticed. A lot of Japanese soundtracks, even for American films, would include a lot more than what you would normally catch stateside.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, the real one was the score for the Goonies was very, very difficult to find. I can easily find that now.
Yeah.
But back in 2005, 2006, that was a tough. I was calling stores in New York because somehow I was able to track down that there may be a copy of it, and up here in this place. I can't remember how I found it, but yeah, and why I don't know. It was I can't remember what was driving me to find that, but yeah. So I get you. It's off topic, but I got you. As for me, what I've been playing, I did, let's see, the demo stuff I did last time, or did I?
You did mention demos last week. On Steam. They had a festival of demos or something like that.
Did I mention I played Metal Hellsinger?
I don't recall that.
I don't think so. I mentioned I played Terra Nil, I think is what it was. Or you plant your stuff in the ground and it's kind of city building, but it's also kind of like environmental thing or something like that.
You did mention that, yeah. You did.
Well, anyway, that night after the show, I downloaded Metal Hellsinger and played that. It is a first-person shooter that moves very, very fast, which I'm not keen on those. It's very Unreal Tournament type stuff. It's very fast movement type first-person shooter stuff. I've never been fun at that. Never enjoyed those. But this was my first FPS rhythm type thing. In other words, you needed to fire your gun to the beat. Doing so would increase your multiplier. And as you got into further multipliers of the music, it was playing metal music. It would start out with not quite what you would think metal music would be. The beat wasn't, it was very low beats per minute, put it that way. A very low BPM. So it was like boom, 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 boom. You do it enough and the music intensifies. So the beats come faster for you to, shoot more and, whatever else. The enemies become more you get populated with more enemies to shoot more things, so you can keep up with the beat. And if you get up to a 16 multiplier, you get the vocals coming in, and you could always tell when you're doing good because the vocals would be there, and it's like, okay, I'm doing great. And then you'd hear the vocals drop out, and you're back to more of a rhythm, a faster rhythm. But, get those vocals in there, then you have more beats to hit. It was very interesting how they did that. And it was a very, I don't know, maybe 45-minute demo that I could get through, one level to go through.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool. I was my first time jumping into something like that, which was kind of cool.
So, do you have to split your attention between aiming or just focus completely on the rhythm of the music?
Well, I'll tell you, once I got, depends on the weapon. One weapon was just like a sword, and that was a little tough to get to the beat. You know what I'm saying? Get that down to the beat. Once I had a shotgun, that was a little bit better. But when I got dual pistols, that was even better because it was just bang. Then I could just tap, tap, bang, 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 reload. And there's a rhythm thing on the reload. If you hit it right, your reload is just twirling your finger pistols. You just twirl your guns and they reload. I don't know how the shotgun thing worked because I never hit the thing right. But otherwise, if you miss the rhythm beat, you would drop a tier down to 8 multiplier, I guess, and it'd reload and then take the other one and reload and boom, boom, go back. But it was usually not hard to get that. And I realize it's a demo and they want to give you that feeling of here's how this game performs. It's not going to be that way once you get to the game. It's going to be probably a little bit more low key, a little bit longer in the levels and different things there. But I don't know. I enjoyed, it was my first time jumping into a FPS rhythm game, a first person shooter based on rhythm. I have played rhythm games aplenty.
Yeah.
But doing a first-person shooter like that was really the first time I'd done that. And I really, really liked what they had done. It kind of made me think, well, okay, I'll start looking into this type of genre, first-person rhythm, I guess. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I played that. I think I'd mentioned that I tried to play a Train City Builder thing, but the demo the demo instructions, the tutorial for it,
right,
wasn't overly complicated. And I wouldn't say it's awful, but for a demo, you need to get me in there a lot faster than what they were doing. The tutorial was very robust and very in depth, which is fine.
For a full game.
But I was like, okay, when do I get to actually play your game other than playing this demo here? And so I gave up on the demo, or I gave up on the tutorial and didn't even jump into the main game because I tell you what, I did jump into the main game first and foremost because I thought maybe it has something where it's going to guide me through the beginning and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't remember that it did, so I jumped back out and did the tutorial, and I don't know. I got through one section of that before I said, "Nah, you've given me too much. That's okay." Not saying it was a bad game. I just that just couldn't sit through your really, really, really long tutorial.
So that game needs a book.
Like I got through the basics,
and
then it listed like, okay, now do you want to learn about all these other things? And I said, well, I probably should to get something out of the game, but I don't want to go through what I just went through for all these other things. Then again, they could have been like a 1-page long thing. I never clicked on them. Whereas what I had done before was this massive, like 15, 20-minute tutorial. I was like, is this going to be another 20-minute tutorial? I don't want to go through that again. So, it's fine. So yeah, there was that. I played that, and I played Destiny as well. Streamed Destiny. I streamed Destiny last night.
Okay.
And then I streamed Destiny this morning. Bama Brian in the chat room there. He showed up. I think it was this morning, and he showed up. And Nabokov was there last night while I was playing as well.
Nice.
While I was doing my Gambit grinding, which I finished up this morning, which was really nice. Normally, when I'm doing the Gambit grind, that's at the end of the season. It's at the end of the thing, and I'm really trying to get as much in as I can because it's like I need to get this done before it's over with. But this worked out really well. This entire season of Destiny has worked out very, very well as far as instead of making massive leaps in a few days' time, I've made smaller steps throughout the week, and it's been nice to
little by little.
Yeah, it's more of a it's been nice to get through that, and not like try and cram it all in a few days in the weekend.
I'm still trying to get over the parts of my armor that I can't upgrade. Like I can upgrade the chest, but I can't upgrade the helmet. Things of that nature because it's been outdated, basically.
Yeah,
I'm still my favorite. I still have my favorite scout rifle, but I can't update it anymore. It's like the only thing that's going to update it is upping my light level. That's it. I can't update it any more than that.
I know.
It sucks, but I don't like any other scout rifles, man.
You need to. There's been so many more guns put in the game.
Yeah, but this thing goes across the map.
I know.
And it's not a sniper rifle.
Well, then you need, you need Dead Man's Tale. That's another one. That's Dead Man's Tale is an exotic sniper rifle.
And the range ain't long enough.
I might. I don't know. I haven't played with. I haven't used your gun in forever.
Yeah, I know. But it was just the luck of the draw that gave me range on a thing.
I know.
So it's like a fingernail's width distance from the edge on range, and I'm like, no, I can't give it up. I can't give this up, man.
I got you. I understand. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Destiny. That and if Wendy was here, she would tell you that she's been playing. There's a demo, Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah,
and she's been enjoying that demo.
Mm-hmm.
She really liked that. So yeah,
her favorite genre.
I haven't looked at that game to know exactly what genre that is. I'm not exactly sure because it's got combat, which is not what Animal Crossing does not have combat. So I don't want to say that maybe it's Animal Crossing with combat. I don't know. I haven't looked at it enough to tell you. If it's kind of what it represents or what it looks like or anything like that. It seems pretty unique, but yeah. AC Wraith says it's an action roguelike. That's interesting. She'll enjoy hearing that, I think. Because that is a genre that I don't think she's stepped in yet. And so if she's enjoying an action roguelike, then yeah.
Let's see.
He says with sort of base cult building.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Okay.
Yeah, it says, start your own cult in a land of false prophets, venturing out into diverse and mysterious regions to build a loyal community of woodland worshippers and spread your word to become the one true cult. Yeah.
She loves it.
Cult Builder 2022.
Does it give a release date? She was asking me about that, and I wasn't sure.
It says August 11th on Steam.
It's not just on Steam, but it'll make its way to consoles as well. I believe that'll be on Xbox and also on Switch.
Yeah.
I was going to say Switch. I don't know why. Twitch.
Yeah.
The game certainly tempted me. When does it release again? August the what?
11th.
August the 11th. Okay. That's what Josh was asking for there. Josh was like, what, you streamed? What channel? And dude, this channel. I'm not going to stream on any other channel. I'm going to stream on this one when I do that. And I may stream again tomorrow. It'll just be my usual. What I figured is that I play it enough. I'll just stream my playtime. I'll just stream while I'm playing my Destiny.
Heck, we all should.
That's what I'll do.
More. Yeah.
If I fire up a demo, I'll stream playing a demo if I want to do that. Whatever I get into. If I start to play a game, then I'll pop open the screen and I'll start streaming it.
Yeah.
If just why not? So, yeah, right. More content. You think that, but when you see me playing Destiny for the 17th time, yeah, exactly. Boo, Destiny. Exactly. Exactly. No, it won't just.
Well, let's make it interesting. Like what's that one with PvP Gone Wild, where you get supers like every 2 seconds?
Mayhem?
Yeah, there you go. Mayhem. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not this. That just happened this past. It'll be a few weeks before that comes back into rotation.
Yeah, you want to see explosions and bodies flying and watch a Mayhem PvP in Destiny. There you go.
Which is fine. I mean, for one, I was streaming Gambit for yeah. I don't know. I think I played an hour yesterday, and I did about an hour and 15 or hour and 30 today.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I got to what I was doing. I got my title gilded, and I got all my stuff done with it, and so now I don't have to touch it again until some challenge requires me to do it, you know? And so far I'm good.
Yeah, see, I think about some other the streamers for like Elden Ring. On YouTube, you see it a bunch of like the condensed version of the highlights, basically.
Yeah.
The highlight reel is usually like an hour or 30 minutes or an hour or so, but the actual raw footage is usually around 3.5 to 4.5 hours. I'm like, my goodness.
Yeah, I don't.
Goodness.
I don't. Yeah, there was a few moments in my stream from yesterday and today that were kind of interesting, but not interesting enough for me to sit there and go back and find them and make clips or highlights or anything.
Yeah,
man, I got that kind of time. Sorry, I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, look, I appreciate it, man, because it takes work. It does take work.
It does
to take that, like I said, 3.5 to 4.5 hours and condense it, the good parts, to literally.
Well, I remember
30 minutes
that
to an hour,
because if you remember, me and James streamed playing Splinter Cell. Hey, there's a game I don't talk about enough. Splinter Cell's co-op mode. Did we stream that? I think we streamed that.
Yeah.
Regardless, I recorded it. Even if we didn't stream it, I recorded the whole thing. But then I had to go back because there were plenty of boring parts of us, doing whatever we're doing. I had to go back and I had to condense everything and kind of do here's the best of this session, even though it still came out to being about, we may have played for about 3 hours, and then I had to cut that video down to maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes. That's a lot of sitting there going through and like chomp, 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 taking this stuff out. Man, some of these people have that time and have the staff, I guess, to do that with.
I'd say time and staff.
That's not, no, not us. Not us. So, yeah, I know. Although this was the first time I'd streamed in a while, Twitch has really done nice with their dashboard now and everything else. And the way it integrates with OBS was kind of nice, even though I didn't really use it, but lots
of tools available, isn't it?
There is. There's a lot more than what I've looked at. Nabokov says, has Wendy tried Oxygen Not Included? No, that I know of. That is also a game that I am not familiar with. I may be. I think I used some music from that. Is that fairly new? Oxygen Not Included.
No, it came out July of 2019. Let's see.
That's what I'm thinking. I may have used some music from it.
Space colony simulation game. Need to master science, overcome strange new life forms, and harness incredible space tech to survive and possibly thrive. Got an overwhelmingly positive review from Steam Store. Colony sim, base building, survival. Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break because we are at that time at the bottom of the hour here, but we've gone over everything that we played for the most part. By the way, ID at Xbox, I swear I thought that was going on. I popped over the Xbox today to try and look and see if there was anything I could download, but I can't find where it's at. I'm going to have to Google. I'll look that up either during the break or at the top of the hour here and figure out what's going on with that, because I thought it launched this week, but I can't seem to find anything on like the Xbox dashboard to where I could download those demos for some of the newer games. So I don't know. Anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more here with In-Game Chat, more of you guys in the chat room, maybe some folks in Discord as well. This is music from a game from the Commodore 64. It's a game called Myth. It's the title theme. I want to say I pulled this from that thread about, hey, this is really good menu music type stuff. So, yeah, just understand Commodore 64. So we're going back a ways. Good ways. This is music from Myth. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. I'm watching a video here for ID at Xbox. It's showing off just a bunch of games, but it's not giving me any sort of, like, hey, this is when you can enjoy all these games and things. By the way, that was music. Oh, crap, I lost it. Metal Man Xeno or something like that. I can't remember. It was right up there on the screen. I can't remember what it was called. It was basically, there was a remaster or a remake or something that released not too long ago, and I couldn't find music for that, but I could find music from the original, and that's what that was.
Metal Max Xeno Reborn?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. But not the Reborn part.
Yeah.
Just Metal Max Xeno.
Mm-hmm.
Still looking for when this thing was. I'm looking up now. Excuse me. Now I'm going over to their Twitter account to see what it is. Let's see. During our third Summer Game Fest demo event happening right now. How long was it going? Now, that was on the 21st. It is now the 25th. How long was that going on? And where do I find it? It's on my... it's on my list here. June 21st and June 22nd. Let's see. Then it lists a bunch. They're available today. I guess you just find these games? That sucks. You just have to go and find them? Because I'm seeing some of these. Yeah, the Spider Heck is one of those. Terror of Hemosaurus is another one that I remember, and there's Metal Hellsinger, so yeah. All right, I'm just gonna copy this and put it here. And I'm also going to send it to myself so that I can find it later. All right. Pardon me while I do all this. Did I leave that mute? No, it's not muted. Okay, send it to myself. There we go. I'll look at that later. All right. Well, we talked about Sonic Origins. We'll jump right back in there. It is out. I don't know of anybody who has played it. You were my best bet at playing it likely. Not that you had to or anything like that. I did watch IGN do their first 18 minutes, their first 20, whatever. They picked a couple of play. It was really kind of nice. I watched a before you buy type thing to see what it would be like. And for the most part, it was just telling you that, look, you likely already own these games. So here's some of the differences that this provides. And if you think that's good enough, you might be interested in this. But if none of that appeals to you, then there's no point in jumping into this. You know, they didn't critique the music or anything like that. They were just telling you, here's a little bit of what's different in this collection that you won't find anywhere else. And if that's important to you, then maybe look into getting this. If it's not, then you're fine where you are. Sonic Origins has some solid scores from reviewers on Metacritic and OpenCritic, but currently has mixed rating on Steam. If you check out the reviews of the game on Valve's Digital on Steam, you're likely to see a lot of folks reading it for absolute filth. Some called the lack of integer scaling the most important con because all four games look just as blurry as Sonic CD 2011. Others said the keyboard controls are unbelievably bad and that it runs horribly. Everyone's experience has been different, with a few people tweeting that they didn't encounter any issues during their play sessions. Still, it seems whatever problems Sonic Origins has are widespread and frustrating enough for the multi-tweet thread airing out the guy's grievances with the game's development. I guess he's the guy who did the This is frustrating. This is a tweet I'm reading from @HC Stealth. This is frustrating. I won't lie and say that there weren't issues in what we gave to Sega, but what is in Origins is also not what we turned in. Integration introduced some wild bugs that conventional logic would have one believe were our responsibility, but a lot of them were not. He spent the rest of the thread just cooking Sega for essentially how it mismanaged Sonic Origins development. He and Headcanon were outsiders creating a separate project before the studio got roped into working on the remastered bundle. He knew this meant major time crunch for the team as they worked themselves to the ground to release the game on time. However, headcanon stayed the course, which led to some mistakes, some overlooking, and some rushed jobs, as well as some issues the team noticed but weren't allowed to correct near the end. I'm extremely proud of my team for their performance under such pressure, but every one of us is very unhappy about the state of Origins and even the Sonic 3 component. We weren't too thrilled about its pre-submission state either, but a lot was beyond our control. We asked to do major fixes near submission, but weren't allowed to do it due to submission and approval rules. We asked about delays early and repeatedly, but were told they weren't possible. We offered to come back for post-release fixes and updates. We do not yet know if this is happening. Huh.
Yeah, this sounds like it. Don't put this all on me and my team.
It's amazing that Sega wants to do that, though. I don't understand why are they so determined that like this has to release now? Why is that such a deadline for them?
No, it's nothing new. I mean, you have folks. You'll know delays happen all the time.
You'll know the Sega saga better than I would, I guess.
Well, it's not just pertaining to Sega. It's like any company. When they have a deadline, they want to meet it, and they do cutbacks, rush jobs, shortcuts, things of that nature, all to make sure they hit that date.
I know, but when it's with your number one property, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Like, not only so, that's the thing. It's not like they needed this to come out. Mm-hmm. I mean, the movie is bringing them in plenty of money. It's doing well, so I know Sega's getting cuts of that. They're perfectly fine, I'm sure. They also have Sonic Frontiers being worked on. Their name's in the news. That's fine. Sonic Origins could come out any time in the summer, I guess, or any time they wanted it to, if they could have done. Even allowing them to come back and do some updates and fixes would even be better. I don't know that they're going to allow them to do that, but I didn't realize it was this bad. I just thought the dude didn't like what he had seen. It was like different from what they had. I just didn't know it was that different. I didn't know it was that bad.
It sounds like you said that we gave them this product and then integration messed it up somehow, and we weren't allowed to come in and fix it. And you said mixed reviews. I checked it out. The review totals on Steam. It's like 60% of the user reviews are positive. So 60-40, but yeah, definitely mixed. But goodness.
He says again, he goes on to say again, I can take responsibility for me and my team's mistakes. And there were some actual mistakes, some overlooking, some rush jobs, and some stuff we noticed but weren't allowed to correct near the end. It's absolutely not perfect, and some of it is from us. It's complicated. All right. So there is Sonic Origins and what's going on with that.
I mean, I'm just checking out the reviews. Like one person wrote, turn off the anti-aliasing to fix the blurriness. Who needs it for pixel art? Other than that, the game runs fine. That's from someone who recommended. And then someone not recommended said, I had to go out of my way to fix this game's poor optimization and find a way to not make it run at a constant 4 frames per second.
Wow.
I mean,
is this PC, I wonder? Is that PC?
I'm thinking it's PC they're doing.
I don't know. I wonder if consoles don't have this problem and PC does, or if it's apparent on others.
Yeah, because when you say keyboard controls on a Sonic game,
some people don't have a controller, man. I mean, Sonic Mania comes with keyboard controls, I believe. I think it does. I don't know.
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't know about that. I mean, I've only ever played any Sonic game on a controller. I never the idea of playing on a keyboard just never.
Yeah, I know.
Crossed my mind. So,
but then again, somebody played Elden Ring with a guitar from Guitar Hero or something and went through that. I don't know.
Yeah, someone did it with a dance pad.
Dance pad.
The Dance Dance Revolution pad from Red Octane.
And didn't somebody play Dark Souls with the bongos from Donkey Kong?
I think so.
Beat thing or whatever it was called.
Yeah, that was the thing
Jungle
for a while.
Beat?
Yeah, that was the thing for a while. People were using odd controllers to play.
It was the equivalent it was the equivalent of what can run Doom.
Yeah.
And so, then you had what can you beat this game? What odd controller can you beat this game with?
Yeah.
Let's jump into the phones real quick. Hi, you're on In-Game Chat. Who is this?
It's me.
Hey, Chris. I figured it was you. What's going on, Chris?
Yeah, I was talking about the new Sonic game and everything, but yeah, I played it. I've played them.
Did you pick it up?
Since I've
Did you get the game?
I got the original. I got the originals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was just wondering if you picked that up and had any problems with it.
Yeah, I've kind of read it and heard about the different things, especially with Sonic 3 and stuff. But I like RJ would probably say, there ain't no sense in me getting the game. I've already got all the games plus some more that wasn't included on that collection. But it's nice to see them putting it out there for people that don't own the original games and stuff. But maybe they could fix some of those other issues and stuff.
Maybe that was part of the tie-in with the Sonic Origins being released on that date.
What?
The folks, the try to get as much folks as they could as close as possible to the release of those Sonic films.
Maybe, but the Sonic film came out back in February.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm talking about 2.
Sonic 2 came out in what, March? April?
Earlier. I mean,
I think in March or April sometime.
Yeah.
Wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also out now. I mean, you can watch it on Paramount Plus or whatever. But
yeah, physical's not going to be to August.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But my point being, it's like they don't need a tie-in. Sonic's fine.
Yeah,
they don't need it. They don't. They feel that they do, obviously, but I just don't think that they need one. That's. I don't know. They got Sonic Frontiers on the way. They're already working on something. There's so many. A lot of there were times I was getting confused because that's like Sonic, or is that no? That's not the open world one. The other one's Sonic Frontiers is the open world one.
The other one's not fast enough, apparently. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. See, there's another one in the pipe that is ready to get roasted.
Yeah. I guess it's like the curses that franchise has is basically if it's not side scrolling and fast, anything they tried outside of that hasn't done too favorably well for them.
Yeah, it needs to have fast speed and loop-de-loops in it, right?
Yeah, and apparently 2D because before Sonic Mania came out, it was just a lot of failures instead of winners. I think Sonic Generations did pretty good, and Sonic Colors, I think. But all those other ones,
Sonic Colors, Sonic Colors did good
well.
on the DS, which is really what it was made for. But then I think they did a port of it for consoles.
Yeah, they ported it for consoles
more
later on,
recently, and that actually did good as well. I mean, it didn't do amazingly well, but it didn't have a lot of complaints as far as like, oh god, it's another bad Sonic game.
Yeah,
it didn't fall into that trap, that pitfall that it normally falls into. So, what else you been playing, Chris? Have you played anything else? What have you been playing? What are you doing?
I was watching the Haven. I got Haven at half off the PlayStation Store the other day, and I've been playing the Haven on it. On the system.
What don't I? Why?
That one is like where you, it's like where you have the couples. And you can even mix the sexes. Like 2 females. A male and a female and 2 males. Basically it's like an adventure role playing game or something where you're hopping from planet to planet. But it's something to sit down. It's nice and relaxed, and then that I was kind of interested in. So I've been playing that here.
It sounds familiar, but I can't. It's not picturing anything up here.
So it's like was it like a Sims game type or?
Kind of like more like an adventure, where you exploration and where you're exploring different parts of the planet and stuff. And you're trying to fix
I've seen that.
And stuff.
I've seen that on Xbox for Game Pass. Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, we see it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
it's on PlayStation right now for like $12.
Yeah.
Half off, isn't it?
That's half
off. Okay,
save 50%. Offer in. PlayStation's doing a big sale right now in the PlayStation Store for anybody who wants to look into that. But yeah. Play 2 characters at once while exploring a fragmented planet, fending off enemies, and building your relationship. Choose whether you're willing to give up everything else for love. Explore a dreamy planet and uncover secret areas. Meet the planet's creatures, who are both friends and foes. A friendly pick-up-and-play style, a solo game that you can also play with a friend or partner in local co-op. Immerse yourself in a romantic space adventure. Okay.
Yeah, and they're not kidding about romantic. There's some adult language and stuff in there, since they're a couple. But, I say it's 14, 15 and up should be okay. But, yeah, not really made for kids that are pretty young. yeah, some of the things you really can't mention on the radio and stuff. But yeah, that's
Well, thank you.
yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen the title.
Further on that.
I've seen the title scrolling through stuff.
Everybody can read between the lines on that one. But yeah, there are a couple, and they do and talk about different things that couples do. So it's in there.
Okay. Have you played anything else? I'll just move on from there.
Not really. I was playing the Generation Zero, but I may jumping into it after a little bit sometime down the road. But right now, we got everything unplugged. We just heard thunder just not too recently, a few minutes ago. So time to do something else that we don't have to worry about shorting out anything, and having something break because of the bad weather.
Makes a lot of sense, man. Well, thanks for calling in and, checking in with us again each week. By the way, no show next week. We're not doing a show next week.
Oh, okay.
It is the 4th of July weekend. We're not doing a show next week. So
that's right. Yeah.
I know. It's already here, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
That's right.
So no show next week. Chris, thanks for calling. Have a great weekend. Have a good 4th, man.
All right. Same to y'all. Y'all have a good afternoon.
All right. See
you. Take care now.
All right, so we're about to hit the top of the hour here. I'm in the mood to try when I went to that ID at Xbox thing, I'm in the mood to try some more demos. So I'll just go and do a search because they're out there, and I want to get them downloaded so I can play them. It's always fun to discover something new that you might like, and so you just got to give it some time to play it and see if it's there. So. That's right, Lethal Migraine. No show for a Monday holiday. See, here's what it does for me. I come to work 5 days a week, and then I come in on a Saturday to do the show. If there is a holiday that is either on that Friday or that Monday, this means that I can go 3 whole days without coming into work. I hope.
Because that's not a guarantee with your job.
No, it's not.
Because... folks, you got to understand, Scott's like the jack of all trades in this building. So anytime anything anywhere in this building goes wrong, the first person to get the phone call
mostly
is Scott.
It's mostly me. So anyway, if I can have a chance where I don't have to come in to the station for this, I get it. We do this one thing a week. It's even just it's a freebie for the station. They don't have to pay anybody to do this.
Right.
It's original local content for the station, and they don't have to pay for it, so it's great.
Yeah.
And I look at it as like, man, it's your one day a week to go in and be at your job and talk about video games, which is what you do. So, take advantage.
Yeah.
So, and I do, and it also allowed me to have the advantages of going to a PAX or going to E3 during that time and stuff like that. So, if we got a holiday where it's a 4-day weekend, something like that, then sure. If 4th of July weekend was 4th of July was in the middle of the week, and that's the week, if it fell on a Wednesday and we got the Wednesday off, then sure, I'd be doing a show either that weekend or the weekend after. So, yeah, but when it falls like this and it gives me a 4-day weekend, 3-day week, whatever, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Lethal, if you want to drive down, I'll let you do a show here. I won't. But yeah. So anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, what did I want to jump into? Let's see. We talked about the Steam Summer Sale is going on right now as well. There's a lot of little bitty, just little bitty notes.
But it adds up.
It does, and it can get us on. Other topics as well. So.
Oh well, I can look at something we didn't get a chance to talk about last time. There's
that too. You can take a look at that. But anyway, all of that is coming up here on Endgame Chat. Going to leave you here with music from. It is. Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. We didn't have any music from that last week, but we do now. This is called The Wrecking Crew, and we'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from Starship Troopers, Terran Command. That came out a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed to do very well, review-wise and that sort of thing. I don't know about sales, but better than what you would think for a Starship Troopers tie-in type of thing. It did pretty good. I think I put it on my wish list on Steam. I think. I can't remember. I've added a couple of things to my wish list on Steam because they opened up this Steam summer sales going on. So there was plenty to look at. Josh has joined us in Discord there. Hey, man.
Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine, trying to survive the weather here.
You're trying... What kind of weather do you have?
It's just muggy, and I don't like muggy weather.
No. Not a fan myself either. What are we hitting today? It is... go ahead.
Yeah, the air gets kind of stale in this area.
It's 82 degrees here, which is helped for the fact that I think we just had a quick shower outside. Man, brought it down.
Yeah, it doesn't help with the humidity though.
The humidity's miserable, man.
Yeah.
You walk out and it just smacks you in the face.
Yeah.
You're just suddenly to breathe. It's an effort.
Yeah, if it rains, you're praying it goes for more than a half hour. But we had a little 5-minute shower, and the humidity just shot straight up.
We've regularly been in the hundreds during the week. Mm-hmm. It's just been just yucky. Hey, what have you been playing?
Mostly more Sniper Elite 5.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. I forgot that's out. I keep forgetting that's out there. I need to look into that. But yeah.
Yeah, you should. It's fun.
I know. I should. You talked about wanting to do some co-op with me as well. So, and you're on
crossplay and everything.
Yeah, it's got crossplay, so it doesn't matter what you're on. I gotta look into that. I need to look into that. And I got my card and everything else. It should run fine. More Sniper Elite 5. Anything else?
Not really, no. I'm kind of waiting for the Monster Hunter DLC dropping next week.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, anything, let's see. Anything that we've talked about previous that you wanted to get into?
Nah, not really. I'm kind of just calling in for fun.
That's perfectly fine. We always enjoy it when you do. What do we have? Hey, there was some stuff. The Overwatch 2 is going to replace the original Overwatch, which will make the original one unplayable come October. That's not okay. Maybe it is. And again, to only relate it to the fact that when Destiny 2 came out, it didn't replace Destiny 1. They still had Destiny, and they still do. You can still play Destiny.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that. So maybe this is a little different, but I'm not sure.
I mean, Destiny sometimes drops DLC and excludes old DLC.
That's true. I've also thinking the fact that this will now be Microsoft's game by then, I would think, right? I don't know when
depends on how long it takes for that to go through.
I don't know when that transfer happens. I don't know when they're actually owned by Microsoft. I don't know when that's coming. But I was thinking if that's the case, then maybe they want it under their own, this is ours. This is not Activision's and then we bought it. This is now ours. And so that's why we want to keep it the way it is. I have never played Overwatch. I don't think. I think I downloaded it.
Same here.
Yeah, I think I downloaded it with the intent to play, but I never did. So yeah, not really interested in it at all. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Steam summer sale, the PlayStation sale that is going on. See if there's anything worth looking into for anybody who is wanting to see that. Let's see, $24 for Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Although if you've got the revamped PS Plus, you can get that included into your game library if you have the PS Plus Elite or whatever it is. Lethal Migraine says they were hoping to close that deal by the end of this month, but Activision is such a garbage company. Who knows with all the legal issues they have? I know we had a couple of things about that. Activision Blizzard conducted its own investigation into the harassment and stuff and says, nope, everything's fine. Which, that's obviously...
Calling me surprised.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, we didn't find any evidence of that.
We looked into ourselves and found that we're doing A-okay.
I know.
There you go.
And what was the other one? Apparently, Bobby Kotick is going to stay on their board.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not cool.
No. Activision Blizzard shareholders, just yesterday, the shareholders voted to approve a report looking into the company's anti-harassment efforts. While the company itself is carefully considering that, stockholders also gave the green light to the board of director nominees, which included Bobby Kotick. So he gets to stay on board for another year, despite the efforts from employees, other shareholders, and even other groups to see him gone. He has been accused of perpetuating the company's toxic culture, so why anyone want to work with him? Yeah, I know. You might have missed this news since it wasn't part of the main press release announcing the results of the company's annual meeting of stockholders. In fact, if you check that document, his name doesn't appear a single time. Considering his name is almost inseparable for the company, that seems a little suspect. But if you look at the official legalese filed on June 21st, you'll see his name shows up under the first proposed item. And what an item it is. Item 507, submission of matters to a vote of security holders, asks the entirety of the company, all 647,887,000 votes were represented in person or by proxy to approve the nominated board of directors to serve another full one-year term ending at next year's stockholders meeting. An alarming majority, 533 million, by the way, voted for the board to remain. With only 62 million opposed and some 2 million abstaining. He's been approved to stay on the board until 2023. Wow. All right. Okay. There's a lot more in this article that I'm reading.
That's a big can of worms.
It's a massive can of worms. Oh, God, just leave, dude. Just go. Just go. You made it so that you're not going to walk away without anything. You made it so you're going to walk away with a massive cut of money. So just walk away. Nope. Not going to happen.
Especially if there's more to be made.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I think too.
See, they all approved him being there, right?
A lot of them did. Yeah.
So let him be responsible for turning another profit for that company. See the gymnastics happening again.
Oh, man.
It's business.
Yeah. I get it. It's fine. It's just no. Okay, let's see. That's enough depressing news. I've had plenty of that this week. Tony Hawk said that there was going to be a Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake, but Activision decided not to do that. Mm-hmm. Was there a desire for that? I get it for 1 and 2, but would there have been a desire for 3 and 4? I didn't think those games held up in the subsequent sequels. Mm-hmm. Pro Skater and Pro Skater 2 I thought did very well, but when it got into 3 and 4, I didn't think those did too great.
Yeah.
But it's been a while, 1990s of some sort, whenever that was released.
I imagine with the updates and such they made for the last remakes, they could probably be decent.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I didn't pick up the remakes for that game.
Yeah, same here. I'm wondering if the numbers didn't merit them doing 3 and 4.
More than likely, it was a nice remake. It was a nice nostalgia trip to go back into and do the remake for. But when you combined 1 and 2, I don't know, 3 and 4, for him, I'm sure he thought, yeah, we should do that. But sales wise, it probably wasn't there. Yeah. I don't know. I think I heard more of a clamoring for, remaking even just the first one to get both of those remade, and then not much after that. I didn't hear a lot of people saying to do the entire series.
No.
Let's see. Microsoft confirms that Xbox controllers are in short supply. I don't really have a problem with my Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Like I do with my PlayStation, although I don't have a problem with the PlayStation 5 controller yet. I know that was a situation that evolved during the PlayStation 4's lifetime with the DualShock 3, 4?
I want to say 4.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I know there's a problem with those, where it was like, enjoy it while you can, because it will eventually, it is built for obsolescence. You know, it's built to break, and then you got to get a new one. You had that problem too, right? Didn't you have to continue to buy PlayStation controllers? Well,
no. I just bought them when they were on sale.
Right.
That was the price was the only thing that concerned. When it was like the price of a new game, and I just passed it by. I just kept using what I had. But when I saw the price drop, I just picked up a couple and just put them in this back somewhere. So it was no performance issue or nothing like that. It was just basically when the price is right, I'll pick one up.
Well, for me, on one of my systems, there was a problem with the controller. Which is why I ended up having to buy one of the new ones, and I got one of the red ones, I think, where I'd read that, hey, if your serial number starts with blah, 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 then you've got the right one that you need, or you've got the model that is newer and won't have the problem that you had with the older models.
Okay, I haven't had any issues with that. I mean,
that's a long time ago. That's going back years and years ago.
Yeah.
I had to fix my PlayStation 4 controllers.
Had to fix them? What you had to replace in there?
The right triggers always broke down for me.
Yeah, it's
kind of hints at what kind of games I've been playing.
Yeah. It's weird because when I was going to like final round, I think one of the rules there was you couldn't have a PS3 controller that had the battery in it, because people would like hit their home button and still be linked to a system that someone that they were playing on earlier. So in the middle of a match, a competition match, they'd like hit the home button and then the button would pop up in the middle of their game. And that was an issue. So they said, okay, any PlayStation controllers you have, because we're using PlayStations this year, take the battery out.
And then plug it in.
Then plug it in, you'll be fine like that. So I was taking a lot of batteries out of controllers for folks
I didn't
back
think
and forth.
Wait, can you take the batteries out of PlayStation?
This is back on a PlayStation 3 I was doing this. And it was simple. It was easy. Just a little connection here. You're done. The problem was getting it back together, because Josh, you were saying that right trigger, the hardest part of putting that thing together was getting everything together for the triggers, because they had these little pins and little silver hinge that had to go in there. So all the plastic pieces had to be put in the right spot. Then you had to put that little metal hinge in the right position and make sure that thing was working again.
And keep it there while you put the
cover back on.
Yeah,
that was the hardest part of working. That was on a PS3, and on a 4. I've taken one apart before. It's even harder on the 4 now than it was back on the 3. So I can only imagine what trying to take apart a 5 controller would be.
I don't know. It's worth looking into.
Yeah.
You know, just to see if they've either improved or it's worse. I have no idea.
Well, like I said, they're built to break.
Basically.
Yeah.
Let's see. Apparently you cannot complete Knights of the Old Republic 2 on the Nintendo Switch. That is a game I've never played, but I've heard plenty of good things about that entire series, Knights of the Old Republic. But it got a release on Switch, and apparently it is confirmed that you can't finish it. And I don't I can't remember why it is. Of course, I got the article here, so I might as well look at it. Oh, wait a second. This only affects a small number of players. And the studio shared a workaround in the form of a dev warp that bypasses the spot where the game crashes. Okay, wait a second. The developer Porter behind the recent release of Nintendo Switch has tweeted that it's aware that the game is currently impossible to finish. The Austin-based Aspyr made its name porting classic games to new systems. It brought Knights of the Old Republic 2 to the Switch. But after some pressing from a customer, the studio acknowledged it's aware the game is presently bugged such that it cannot be completed on the handheld system. I was one of the users that reported it before a known issue. Just to be clear, you're aware that there's no way to complete this game currently. They say, yes, we are aware, and our dev team is working on delivering the patch as soon as possible. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience in the meantime. Let's see. Moore pressed the studio further, making it clear he was well aware of the issue, then repeating his question. Are you aware? Yes, they are. It appears the game crashes after playing the Basilisk Crash cutscene shown when players arrive on Onderon. I hope I'm pronouncing these words right. Matt will get really upset if I don't.
Close enough.
Which very troublingly is about halfway through the game. It raises some other significant questions about the QA on the game, that it could be certified and released in a form that is impossible to finish. There's also the question of for how long they've been aware its product has a game-breaking bug that affects all players but haven't communicated this to potential and current customers. Nintendo can be particularly difficult when it comes to releasing patches for games, which will add to the delay before this has been fixed. But what a mistake to get this out there in such a state. Yeah. And it says that only affects some players, not all players. Only some.
They won't put a percentage on that, will they?
I don't know. Well, they probably do have reports of people saying that, no, I got through that fine. You know, if they say it crashes during this cutscene, but other people are saying, no, I'm past that cutscene. It didn't crash for me. So then, but you only need one person saying that.
Yeah.
For a company to say.
That's why it's for percentages. I mean, how many is having this issue?
Right. It doesn't affect all players.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got one out of everybody else.
I mean, is that scene skippable?
Well, if it crashes during that scene, it may crash when you try to skip it. It may crash when it plays. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, so maybe the people who are
it
saying
may just not go beyond that for whatever reason. So I'm not sure.
So maybe the people who are saying it went through fine, maybe they skipped it.
Well, there's a heads up for you. If you're looking for getting Knights of the Old Republic 2 on Switch, might want to hold off because you may not be able to currently finish it. So yeah.
I took a quick peek at the PlayStation sale.
Yeah. Did you see anything you like?
I found that there's a bundle of The Surge 1 and 2 that's down fairly low.
Yeah.
And also Dead Cells is heavily reduced. So I'll keep an eye on those and see.
Yeah. I think I had a buddy of mine playing The Surge before. He said, I think he had a pretty good time with it. The aspect of building and modifying parts based on the enemies you defeat, getting there.
That sounds interesting.
The fun part. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was basically you have this suit of equip this metal suit basically, and you can get like parts from different beating enemies, and you can add their parts to your suit to help you survive more.
Yeah, it was a little bit like Dead Space. You could target parts to hunt for specific pieces of armor.
Yeah.
I popped over to my activity feed on Steam just to see what people might be doing with the Steam Summer Sale going on, and somebody picked up The Surge 2, the sequel. Mm-hmm. Is that what we're talking? It's the same one, right?
It's a bundle, Surge 1 and 2.
Yeah. Okay.
You heard anything about a 3, possibly?
I have not heard anything on a 3.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
How old is 2? When did 2 come out?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Let's see.
I don't know if I've ever pulled music from that game. That's how I know if I remember a game being launched. Is like, did I pull music for that game? I don't know.
Let's see. Initial release was 2019 for The Surge 2. The sequel to The Surge which was released in 2017.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what do we have? That guy who was spending so much money on Diablo Immortal, he finally got one of his legendary gems. He put in $15,000 total and got one legendary gem from Diablo. The weird thing is, he spent $10,000, but he kept going.
Yeah,
which
he had a mission.
If you got that kind of money, go right ahead.
Yeah, I tried the simulator.
There's a simulator for how much to spend before you get a gem?
Oh,
that's fantastic.
And I spent, according to the simulator, I needed to spend $5,000 to get one gem.
I don't trust that at all.
Yeah.
That simulator's broken. Because you probably need to spend a lot more than that. But
you're about 300% off your simulator is. My goodness,
that's great that they have a simulator for that. That's fantastic. There was one way back when the big lottery, we don't have a lottery here, but the big nationwide lottery thing was in the billions or something like that. Yeah. Somebody ran a simulation based on the odds and said, okay, pick the numbers you want, or you could tell it to randomly pick numbers. And so you'd pick your numbers, and then it's like, okay, how many years do you want us to check this? We'll simulate checking this. Mm-hmm. Do you want us to check every 5 days, every second, every hour? Do you want, you could set all these parameters. Mm-hmm. And even if you set it to check every single, whatever the lowest amount of time in between checks would be, I think it took me like something like, I don't know, 200 years before I nailed all the numbers that I had chosen. I was like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So. I think about this story, and I keep thinking about that whole debacle with loot crates.
Yeah.
And especially FIFA and NBA from EA Sports.
Okay, so he sent us a link to that. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. And so I'm now right. I just spent $25. Will it tell me something when I get one? Because I don't even know what one of these things looks like.
There's a button on the second button there where it just runs through until you get one.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you can leave that spinning for a while.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
It's terrible.
Wow.
That is totally loot box in disguise.
Yeah.
We're up to $2,000 right now, and I still haven't gotten one.
Got nothing.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. Yeah.
Oh,
nice
man.
See there were court cases in the UK over this stuff.
I should have started this at the beginning of the show and seen how long it takes to get a 5-star gem.
I did for next time after we're back from Independence Day.
All right, I'm at $5,000 now. Still nothing. Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing
and
terrible.
I'm about to place your bets over under $10,000 before Scott gets something.
Does this stop once it hits on one gem?
Yeah, it stops.
Okay, so let me just let that run while we continue to go. We'll check back. We'll check back at the end of the show, see if I've gotten anything so far. We're going to take a break here, and then when we come back, we'll talk a couple of more. There's a studio that finally closed down. They made some really great games, but the creator was like, "Yeah, I'm done," and that's fine. But we'll talk about them. I don't think I ever had them on the show. I've met them a few times from some of the indie stuff at PAX and things, but yeah. What else do we have in there? We talked about the Steam Summer Sale. That Michael Jackson rumor for Sonic 3. I need to open that up and figure out what it says, because it said it's finally put to rest. Is it or isn't it? And we'll talk about that. That's all coming up. Music now from Need for Speed 2. This again goes back to that thread about, hey, here's some really great menu music. So Need for Speed 2, it's the menu music for that. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat and Josh right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from the game called Neon White. This track is called Glass Ocean. Baba Bryan says, anybody else playing Dyson Sphere? I am not. I did see it pop up in my Steam list of things like, hey, you might like this game. So, yeah, kind of curious about that. Also, the fact that I think was it a Dyson Sphere that I own? No. Man, I got it in one of those science store pop-up places in the mall like 15 years ago. Hoberman Sphere. That's what it's called. It wasn't a Dyson Sphere. It was called Hoberman Sphere. I was trying to remember what the name of it was. It's the one where it's really tiny and then it can get really big when you pull it apart.
Yeah.
So, in other news, get Josh back in here. So, Josh, we ran our simulator for spending $25 and getting gems and things like that. So, it finally landed. I got my first 5-star gem after spending $9,250. So
nice. Now you need one more for each equipment slot.
Oh my God. Jesus. And but RJ ran the simulator as well. What did you got a 5-star gem, right?
Yeah, I got a 5-star gem after $200.
Well, guess we know who's playing the lottery next.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it was like 57 1-stars, 16 2-stars, 6
wait, it does a breakdown? How does it do a breakdown?
It was like on the simulator, the upper right hand corner, and it's like,
oh wow,
80 gems total. And I had no 3 stars, no 4 stars, but 1 5-star.
I got my gems total is 3,700. I got 12 4, 35 3, 203 2s, and then 2,668 1s. There's also another 2 in there that's like 781. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like a 2-star, but no
other
blank,
stars,
no blank
afterwards.
stars,
Yeah.
and then 2 stars with 3 blanks, so out of a potential 5. I don't know.
I think the 5-star gems have a potential of 1 to 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can get a 5-star gem that has the potential to get 5, but isn't 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
No kidding. It's the loot box thing. It is completely, that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I love how Blizzard is pushing the whole, you got to change your laws if you want to play our game in your countries.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Putting the countries there as the bad guys instead of,
Right.
trying to make a game that could work without all that stuff.
Isn't that just like an evil company?
Yeah.
It's not our fault. It's your fault.
Now, if I heard that, say, man, I'm about to play something else. Forget this.
Yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, Michael Jackson did do work for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 as far as the music is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
That is confirmed. I thought it was a rumor, and I thought it was a pretty well-known rumor that it probably happened,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it was all rumor.
It was look, with the amount of games that he's in and involved with Sega.
Yeah,
I mean, stands
I
to
know,
reason.
I know.
I mean, how many times do you appear in Space Channel 5?
I don't know.
All
I just
of
know
it.
he worked with Sega because he had his game on Sega, the Moonwalker.
Moonwalker, yeah.
But I have no idea about that. I didn't know anything about his Space Channel or whatever.
Space Channel 5,
Yeah.
Space Michael.
Had no clue.
Yeah.
Did not know. What else do we have in the news? Some cheaters agreed to pay Bungie $13.5 million in a settlement case. I guess they sold some cheat software, and Bungie caught them and sued them. And now they've sued another guy who took down all their videos. They were getting tagged left and right on YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. A lot of content creators, big name content creators who were creating Destiny stuff, got hit with some not cease and desist, but whatever the
Copyright content.
Yeah, the copyright stuff. Even Bungie themselves got hit with a copyright thing.
Yeah.
So they were able to track down how that happened and who did it, and it was one individual. Mm-hmm. One individual got flagged and got so enraged for that one flag that he created a brand new email address that looked like a corporate company type thing.
Right.
And then he started sending out these claims through these YouTube channels, which YouTube took it as legit. Mm-hmm. Their algorithm, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I know it's not people looking into these
it's not a
things,
person
but
looking
it's
into it.
their
Yeah,
own
that's a
thing.
program.
That system on YouTube is terrible.
Oh, it's horrible, dude. It's horrible. Now, Bungie is suing this kid for like $7 some odd million or whatever, which it hasn't even gone to trial. He's not even guilty. It's probably scared him half to death. But I looked at that as more of, like, I know the blame lands on this kid, but I feel like YouTube should be partially responsible for this. This really exposes how horrible their system is.
There's been a bunch of exposures showing how bad YouTube's flagging system is. It's pathetic.
It's horrible.
And there's been example after example after example that shows this, and they keep having the same old style. We'll look into it, we'll fix it, or whatever excuse they give this week.
Yeah.
But it's still a bad system.
And I should also point out that not only did this kid do that, but and hit Bungie and hit a lot of other things, he did this 96 times. This is how much of a rage he was in.
You mad?
To do 96 times.
Yeah.
So yeah. Which again, that's fine to go after him, but man, I think YouTube should really I wish they could go after YouTube. I really wish they could. And also, I'll bring up another point. Same point I brought up in our Discord, not that Discord, but our Destiny Discord when this was brought up, was that I understand that they're going after the kid, and the kid is to blame for this, but really this exposes how horrible YouTube's thing is.
Just another exposure. Yeah.
And at the same time, if he had not targeted these bigger names and Bungie themselves, if he had just gone after these little guys here and there, he'd have gotten away with it. He easily would have gotten away with it. Bungie wouldn't have looked into it. And the only reason he was caught is because Bungie did look into it. If you're some Joe streamer who gets flagged, your threat to sue whoever is going to go nowhere with YouTube, because okay, fine, you don't have the clout, the money, the anything for us to worry with. Oh, but Bungie now, who is owned by Sony, is involved in this. We need to listen to what they're saying. And I get that is going to always be the case with companies. Why am I wearing this? I get that is always going to be the case with companies.
It's the same thing with Twitch. It's like, why are some streamers, why does one streamer does one thing, gets suspended 3 days, but a bigger streamer who does the exact same thing has no suspension at all? Size of subscribers, who brings in the money and who doesn't?
Because he's bringing in the money.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
it is. I get that. I totally get it. But it makes you feel, or it doesn't make you feel, but it makes it feel like, well, I mean, everybody's cheering, yay, you're going after the kid that did the thing, but no, wait. That's fine, but look at the broader picture that paints. Whereas YouTube is responsible for this. YouTube is horrible at doing this. This is going to go up on YouTube. We get flagged all the time, by the way. I mean, I play music.
Yeah,
I play these music cuts. The weird thing is that sometimes our channel will get flagged because of the song we use from Crackdown.
Yeah.
I'll go maybe a couple of weeks where that always gets hit like clockwork, and then I'll go for like a month where it never gets hit. Why? I don't know. Maybe they haven't gotten around to look at it. Whatever. We don't make money off of the YouTube video. I've never. When I really looked into like, hey, how can I make some money off YouTube? I realized, I can't make anything off YouTube. I don't have that kind of time and dedication to put into it to actually do that. Not only that, the music that we use would just flag us to death.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that, because all we really post is just this show.
Yeah.
So we get flagged plenty of times. Sometimes it means that countries that are not in, or whatever, if you're not in the U.S., you're not going to be able to watch the video. Other times it means you're going to have an ad slapped onto it because somebody else has claimed it. And I never dispute the claims, because I'm not here to make the money. Somebody else is going to do that. I just let it go. But I always look at who is claiming that they own that music. I'm like, that seems like a fishy company. It's probably not the person that owns it, but I don't care to dig through and try and find it. I don't care of going through the headache of disputing the claim and then having to prove, well, because then you have to prove it then. You have to prove that you're able to do this. And I was like, well, they don't have to prove that they own it when they put the claim up.
Yeah.
But if you dispute it, then the people who dispute, have to show that they have the right to do it. The claim person's off the hook. So if I claim somebody else's video, that music I own that music. Well, if they don't dispute it, then fine. I'll reap the rewards of them playing that video. If they do, I still don't have to show proof. They do. It's on them. And if they can't, I win without showing anything, as far as I understand it. It works the same way, by the way, if you get your identity stolen. It is on you to prove that you are who you are. Whoever stole your identity, they're not going to investigate that. They will afterwards, but for the most part, they won't. They'll just say, okay, you now own, it's your identity now, so we can fix everything that happened because of who stole it. Will we go after who stole it? Likely no. Can't find that person. But now that you've proven that it's you again, and that's a lot to go through too.
Yeah, it is.
There's a whole lot to go through when your identity gets stolen. It's not fun. Luckily, they didn't steal like my credit card or anything like that. They stole it was tax forms. That's how I knew. I filed, was it state or no, it was federal. I filed state and federal, and my state was accepted, but my federal said, we can't accept this. We accepted it like a month ago. This is why we can't accept it right now, because we already took it. And I'm like, wait a second, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's when you know something's bad.
Yeah.
So yeah. To get off on the tangent there.
Yeah,
So,
but the bottom line is, folks, YouTube system is horrible.
yeah.
And it's been so for a long time. And I don't know how much it's going to take to get them to actually fix it, because, like I've said, it's been exposed time after time again, and it's still the same garbage system that they got in place.
Moving on to another story is the game company Zachtronics. The founder, Zach Barth. I almost said Barf. He has Zachtronics as a game company, 11 years, basically doing puzzle games or variations on puzzle games. His first one was called Space Chem. I don't know if anybody has ever played that. It is a brainy puzzle, but it was very addictive. It was interesting because the way his puzzles would play out, the way his games would play out, you would learn the method of what you were doing, but you could also then apply that into other things. I think Space Chem is one of those, but basically you were coding. No, it wasn't Space Chem, but there was another game that he released where it was a puzzle. It was involved in puzzle, but you were actually writing code while you were doing this. It kind of taught you how to work with code, which was interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to see what the other games were. Space Chem, Opus Magnum,
TS100?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Was it Zachtronics?
Maybe. Mobius Front 83. It was an exceptional exercise in the optimization of movement, planning strikes, and riding your luck.
Well, it was a game called TS100, Tessellated Intelligence System.
Yeah.
Open-ended programming game in which you rewrite corrupted code
That's
segments to
what it was.
repair the TIS-100 and unlock its secrets. It's the assembly language programming game that you never asked for.
I know.
Yeah.
Says since we announced that our final game will be Last Call BBS, I've gotten countless emails from fans thanking us for the games that we've made. Many of them point to games as one of the reasons they become professional programmers or engineers. It's hard to say anything back other than thank you, but that's really all I want to say. A game without someone to play it is hardly a game, and it's only because of our players that our games have meaning and a life of their own. All of us really appreciate that. With the decision made and announced, what comes next? Well, for Zach, he's hoping to work on something else, while other members of the team are likewise looking to try their hands at new challenges. My original plan was to wrap things up at Zachtronics and then find a new job teaching high school computer science, but the timing was off. I just finished my first year of teaching, and Last Call BBS hasn't even released yet. I was hoping that I'd really like teaching and stay with that for a few years, but I learned that's definitely not the case, and I'm having a hard time imagining anything other than games in my future in some shape or form. What we do next as individuals or collaborators is a question we are very actively discussing right now. I'm particularly interested in freelancing and weird side projects, while other members of the team are drawn to the idea of a stable job with more growth potential than a small indie studio that makes what's essentially the same game every year. There were some similarities between the games that they would make. But I met the guy, I think, at a PAX back when Space Chem was getting released. And Yeah, really cool to meet, and the puzzles were really cool to see how they go. Sometimes they were way over my head, and I really wanted to learn them, but never took the time or the patience to actually kind of dig in there and do that. So, yeah, perfectly fine. What else do we have? Xenoblade Chronicles 3. There was a Nintendo Direct for that. I did not watch it. I don't know much about that. I've never been a Xenoblade Chronicles kind of guy. I don't know if you've ever played any of that, Josh.
Nope.
Yep. Okay. That's what I figured. I believe Chris probably has, if he's still listening. Gotham Knights will contain the biggest version of Gotham City in any game so far. I would love to care about that. Just give me a game to play within it that would make it fun to enjoy. I don't know. The bigger you make your city, the better you need to make your traversal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The bigger an area is, the better it needs to be at getting from one point to another, with the exception, I would say, of something like a stealth game, like a Sniper Elite, because those maps are massive.
Yeah.
Can you drive vehicles in there yet?
Nope. No vehicles.
I didn't think so. I did not think so. You have to go from wherever you start to wherever your objective is on foot. There are no vehicles. So
you're a sniper. You can shoot from across the map.
Yeah, you don't understand. You think me grinding Destiny is boring. Watch me play a Sniper Elite game. That's boring. Because I play it I have to clear.
You're methodical, yeah.
I have to clear the map.
Yeah.
And you have to wait for sound, and you have to be stealth-like, and it is very, very... Look at the patterns, watch them move, figure out where they're going to be, so I can move over to this place and move this and this and this. So yeah, it's... Yeah.
You sound like me with Monster Hunter.
Also, when you don't have the unlocks yet for silencers, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
That's when we pull out our cheat system, and we that's when we open up the...
You sound like me with Monster Hunter.
Oh, really? Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Really?
It was... The thing about Monster Hunter that gets me is that it's nice with friends and everything, right? But if you're doing a solo run, it's like the most tedious thing about that game to me was the actual hunting, the actual tracking and the searching and the looking for, and you're on foot, so you're just running.
I know,
trying to get from one point to another, and sometimes it may be the wrong area or the creatures moved, so you got to do some. The hunting part was more tedious to me more than anything, so I can get a somewhat of an idea of what you're talking about with Sniper Elite having to go.
Don't you have bait though? Can't you like set bait or something? Or do you have to be around them?
This Monster Hunter, the one that came out before World, I think it was called. It was the first Monster Hunter I ever had.
That's the first one I played.
So if I had bait or something, I think I had a bomb. I don't know about.
Well,
bait.
Josh has played this thing. Can't you have some bait to kind of lure them?
The bait only works when they're nearby, anyways.
That's what I thought. I thought it was to lure them to your position when they're nearby, not plant it wherever you spawn and it'll draw them in. You have to be around them or near them or know that they're around that area to bring them closer.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I mean the action parts were fine, but it was just the hunting part of the game that just took me out of it. I guess that's why you needed
the new one is more sped up for sure.
Yeah, I think that's why you needed friends in that one to keep you occupied while doing the tracking part. Because if you're doing a solo, it's gonna wear on you.
Yeah, and I tried to get into that. I really did. I got pretty good. Why I say I got pretty good? I got further into it than I thought I would get.
I mean, I gave it a shot,
which isn't very far, but still.
I gave it a shot. I ended up liking the gun lance as a weapon.
I don't remember my weapons. I don't remember anything. I remember going back to the ship or whatever to get missions and stock up on food and figure out recipes and throw armor into the fire and everything else. But I don't remember. Trying to find people to play with was kind of tough at times for that, or at least the way it worked there. Maybe I was putting a Destiny approach to it. I don't remember. But I don't know. It was interesting because I would sit there and play it and not necessarily know what I was doing, but then I would go to work the next day and think, well, when I get home, I'm going to jump in there and play some more of this, and I would. And then eventually, it just didn't carry.
It didn't hook you in.
No,
yeah,
never did. And I was hoping it would. I did put in more time than I figured I would, because I really tried to give that thing a chance.
Yeah,
for me.
So yeah, look, I mean, based on what you're describing, man, you gave it a legit shot. And I've been there before. I've given games a legit shot before. They just did not.
It didn't.
It didn't hook my interest, so I had to give it up.
Did not work for me. So. The Steam Summer Sale, by the way, is going on right now through 2 weeks. It's going on for 2 weeks. These used to be great, but now it's just like, here's the sales right off the bat. This is what they're going to be. But it used to be fun watching them kind of change price or go lower than on certain days than they would on others. But now
it was more gamified.
Yeah, but not so much anymore.
It used to be an actual event.
Yeah, it really did.
It used to be an event.
Let's see. Sale prices range from high to low, offering players a chance to pick up classics like Titanfall 2 for next to nothing, or more modern titles like God of War on PC with a little bit of shaved off the top. The magic, however, lies in the middle. Cyberpunk 2077 is 50% off, so it's $30. Monster Hunter's Rise PC version is 49% off. Speaking of Monster Hunter. There are a ton of great deals to be had, and scrolling through its many offerings over an afternoon is a good way to accidentally spend over your budget. But what you really want to look for are games that are a year or two old and are hitting that 30 to 60% off window for the first time. You can add Hitman 3, Resident Evil 8, and Sekiro to your Steam library for under $90. Those 3 games under $90. For those on a budget, the summer sale is a gathering point for a year's worth of purchases. Yeah. And it's the first summer sale since the introduction of the Steam Deck. So you can grab some titles for that as well. If you're going to get a Steam Deck, or if you do have a Steam Deck. I don't remember. Mine is coming up in Q3. I don't even know when Q3 is, but that's when my availability to buy it is coming up, and I believe I've decided that I will not pick it up. I will wait for the revision if there is one. And likely look at picking that up.
Third quarter, you say?
Yeah, I think that's when I can buy, or when I will get the email.
July to September.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, is it fiscal or is it yearly?
I'm thinking the third quarter of the year, July, August, September.
Likely. Is probably where it is, but yeah. So. All right. What else do we have? Anything else? Nope. Not seeing anything else. Well, sometimes you get to the end of the show like this, which is fine because we're already at the end of the show anyway. Josh, thanks for joining us, man.
You're welcome. It was fun as usual.
Take care, buddy. We'll see you in 2 weeks, by the way.
All right, then. Take care.
Talk to you later.
See you now.
Thank you, Chris, for calling in as well. Want to thank everybody for joining us in the chat room and everybody listening as well. We thank you so much for this. Remember to follow or join us on Discord, subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitch and everything else. You can, just join in, interact with us. It's fun talking to you guys. It's fun playing games for you guys. So, yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow, probably Destiny. I may stream a little bit tonight. It depends. Wasn't planning on doing the raid, but they may save the boss checkpoint so I can have my chance to get the exotic that drops from the boss. It's a random drop, but we'll see. So I may stream that. I don't know. Anyway, I leave you now with music from The Quarry, which I want to say I played some of this last week, but this is actually from the game. It's the main title from The Quarry. No show next week. We will be back in 2 weeks. Have a good week. Have a good 4th. And enjoy playing games. We'll talk to you later.